Okay.
Don't forget. Ain't forgotten. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Yes. Really hoping that this doesn't cut out again, because I'm real. If it keeps happening, I'm just gonna end up skipping the whole intro sequence. This game's old enough, people should know this by this point. Okay. And... Yeah. Whoa. Stop looking at me with those judgmental eyes. Another one. I'm gonna take, or I can just, you know, throw it at something. 2. Where'd my wine go? Give me the... Hello? Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Stop it. Okay. Okay, me? You need to get your shit together. Okay? You need to get your shit together. Fuck you. Let's go into the already open door. Maybe there's something in here. I know if I spend too long and... Oh, hi. I'm just gonna take that if you don't mind and remove your head because I don't like you looking at me. Whoa. Insanity. Or my sanity meter, whatever the hell it is. Hello. He's in here. Shirt. Video game logic dictates I go... Oh, what the fuck? Where's... I can't light the fucking candelabra. It won't let me. There's no other candles in here. I'm just gonna close that door. My sanity's dropping rather quickly. Oops. All is good, apparently. I have a slight headache. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received a kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished. More pink goop. Yeah, I figured this... Whoa. Fuck you. Anyway, like I was about to say before I was so rudely interrupted by this door. $10. That's a hallucination. I am tripping ball. Anything else in here before I spend fucking way too much time in here and lose all my sanity? Because I have not found whatever it's called there, laudanum or something. I don't don't like that groaning in my ear. Fuck you, wind. Leave me alone. What do you want from me? I have a book. Stay back. I have a book. I'll destroy you with knowledge. Take that. What the hell is that scratching? It won't open. It's locked. Okay. I have to find a key, I guess. No key. No key. I missed my way. You picked up a lantern. When filled with oil, it can be turned or selected in the inventory screen. Okay. What do I got for oil? I ain't got nothing. Huh? Hello. Hello? Why is the room shaking? Leave me alone! Alright, I'm fine. Oops. Oh, okay. I'll throw a box at you. Tiny box 10. Markiplier? Somebody? Is there anything in here? Nobody hide anything in the flames? Nothing. No. I lit this candle. Game's like forcing me to look at the table. Boxes. Weird little files. Throw it across the room. What have we here? More vials and books. Vials. Plants? What is this? I found a funnel. Lantern oil drains and add more oil to the lantern. Press X over the... There. What's this?
19th of August, 1839.
Oh,
I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young, strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. Is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Send into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Okay then. Oh, hello. rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople. Fascinating. Put the lantern down now. Well, this place is dilapidated as all fuck, ain't it?
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
Okay.
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
I'm assuming those are hissing cockroaches. Laboratory. Where does this go? Wine cellar. Okay. No mementos are available. No diaries. And my only thing was my note to self. Anything back here? Ow. Okay, no going through there. Go upstairs. Oh, motherfucker. Like, bitch, who do you think you are? Don't fucking do that shit. It won't budge. Yeah, I kinda gathered that one. Oh. Who is this girl and why is she screaming in my ear? Why wait? The toilet's not gonna budge. Archives. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. I think these are talking about me? In which case my dude's got some deep-seated issues he needs to fucking work on. Hello. Wilhelm's contract. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court and within the Sanctum of Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Genrich. Okay. Don't want to waste the candle, but... or at the tinderbox, but if I don't, I'll go crazy. Oh, hello. Why is this door open? That's where I came in? No. Yes? Wait, where the hell? No, that's where I came in. Nope.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Okay then. Ooh, there's a dresser right there that I can read. With a huge ass cockroach underneath it. No, nothing. Your name is Gary. I will name you so. Come, Gary. You have work to do. Gary? Is it clear? Tell me if it's clear. Tell me if it's clear. Fly, Gary. Damn it, Gary. You had one job. It's a long hallway. I don't trust this. Start killing my lamp. Because there's a door over here. I want to first. That door's cracked. Where'd the music go? Okay, that was weird. Oh, another note. Nothing in any of the drawers.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Okay. Okay, now we're getting into, like, branching pathways here. Why? Just why? Oh, word. I'll take that. I'll take that. Should never have too much oil. why the music keeps stopping. I think my son's gonna wake up soon. And we're back in the long hallway. The only difference is I'm in the middle of it this time. What's this? It's local history. We'll open, it's locked. What the hell? Like that. Maps. What the hell? Whoa, what the fuck happened?
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Oh. Can't run.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Fragile but not breakable by hand. I might have to... Might be a few minutes of me standing here. Yeah, just give me a second. My son is awake here. Oh, my lamp's out of oil. Alright, just give me a few minutes here. I'm back. Had to turn the light on though, so it kind of took away from a bit of the immersiveness. Just relax, dude. You're fine. Got my wee man over here. There's no oil left in your lantern. Probably should have thought about that. Okay, that's good enough. Save that other one. Okay, can't go back. What's that? Logs, another entrance. Some sort of organic tissue box can be dissolved. Must find a new way out of this area. I mean, it's right there, but how do I knock the log down? Throw something at it. It looks like I can throw at it. I need something to toss at the fucking thing. Rock, maybe? Okay, there we go. Cool. Ah, smart.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Oh, really? Ah, fucking screen flashing. Okay, I guess I'm smashing this. What's this book? This book? Nothing important. Gotta read my note by candlelight. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there would have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should not indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. Just give me 1 second, sorry. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandon their duty get lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? Jesus Christ, this is a lot to read. A Visit Undone. Henrik Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for the remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? Sorry. The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby, Altstadt, and like most of those of noble birth rumored are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little. Before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the West over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. Jesus Christ, that was a fucking mouthful. Locked. Shocker. Let me guess, there's a fucking key in here, right? Somewhere. There's gotta be a fucking key in here somewhere. I just am not entirely sure where. Okay, so, alright, I think I'm gonna have to cut this one here, because I don't know where this key is, and I don't have time to find it right this minute. I'm trying to feed an... Come on, take the bottle. There you go, little man. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my son being a butt, he don't want his bottle. Stop kicking that. There, relax. Alright. Wait, is it up on top of the fucking door? Wait a minute. Yeah, it won't open, it's locked. I'm fucking trapped in this bullshit room. Wait a minute. Whoa, a draft and faint layer. There must be a way in. Yeah, it's called push the damn fucking bookcase, you jackass. Fucking hate that. I see beyond the bookcase, but alright. Now I don't have to fuck with my lantern. Will you knock it off? You butthead. Alrighty, so there's no lever. One of the doors is locked. That doesn't do anything. No. No. Alright, well, I know where I need to go. This door doesn't open, it's locked. How the hell am I supposed to fucking move this bookcase? Is there a lever in here I'm not seeing? Alright, I don't know. Alright, I'll figure it out after. This has been part 1 of Amnesia, The Dark Descent. I'm going to try and do as much of these as I can this month in honor of Halloween. So I'm going to try and maybe beat this one and then start on the expansion. I don't know what other games I'll make it to because I'm trying to devote myself to one game at a time if I can. Alright. You have a good one now. See you guys in the next one.